The Twins win again at Target Field, improved to 10-4 at home. We're breaking it down on today's Locked On Twins postcast.
You are Locked On Twins postcast, part of Locked On Sports Minnesota, your team every day.
And welcome to another edition of our Locked On Twins postcast. I'm the host of Locked On Twins, Nash Walker, here with writer and reporter at Access Twins, Brandon Warren. Brandon, last night was going to rip the shades, but after 2 wins in a row and a beautiful day in St. Michael, Minnesota, he's out here with the shades today. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Back-to-back one-run wins, and it's time to bust the shades out. It got over 50 today in Minnesota. I'm kidding. It's like 70. That's enough. Yeah, and you know what? I pulled up some data that I don't know if you've seen yet, but the Twins have 2 1-0 wins already this season. They didn't do that last year. They didn't do it in 2019. Do you know when the last time they had more than one 1-0 win in the same season was?
2010.
2011.
Oh,
somehow
tough year.
They lost 99 games that year and still won 6 1-0 games.
Wow. Yeah, great win for the Twins. Brandon had the shades on. Why? Because summer is coming. And with summer, you're going to need some food on the go. Built Bars are the perfect snack to take with you on family vacations. Go to Built.com. They're delicious and healthy. Use promo code LOCKED15 and get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off at Built.com. Brandon, I think the story early in this season, Twins are 17-11, 6 games above 500, still have another game against the A's tomorrow. So feel like maybe they can pat on a little more is the pitching. Starting pitching. We saw it again tonight. Sonny Gray comes through today and pitches extremely well in his return.
15 strikeouts for Twins pitchers today, 3 hits allowed.
Wow.
Yeah. So Jorge Polanco, 3 hits. Oakland Athletics, 3 hits. Now, that usually would tell a different story, but Jorge Polanco picked up 60% of the Twins hits. It was that kind of day offensively. And credit to James Kaprielian and, the rest of the crew for Oakland. But yeah, just Sonny Gray came off the IL, made the start, and 66 pitches. I think we kind of all expected that 60 to 70 range. And that's kind of been actually somehow a recipe for success to get 4 or 5 from a starter and let the bullpen go the rest of the way. Griffin Jax has been doing a great job pitching more than an inning, and Jhoan Duran, just casually hitting 103 like it's no big deal. But let's not sleep on Danny Coulomb coming out and giving them, 4 outs too. So nice job all around. It was a double revenge game actually because Coulomb was an A too. So nice job. We teased the revenge game and it was doubly so.
I was going to say Coulomb as well. Just kind of under the radar. We haven't really mentioned his name at all on these postcasts, but doing his job, and a lot of relievers are doing their job, and it wouldn't be a close Twins win if not for some 9th inning anxiety there with Jhoan Duran. But overall, 2 innings, 5 strikeouts, hits 103. How much of a weapon is Duran right now for the Twins, Brandon? Can go multiple innings in any spot. He's closing games. How awesome is it to have him in the back end for the Twins?
Well, can we talk about that strike he got at the end there as 103 and about as far outside as, let's see, I think my section of the screen here is about 5 inches wide, and it was probably pretty close to that. So he's a weapon. I mean, his ERA is 3.68, and so when you look at that for a late inning guy, you're like, okay, there's something else going on. And it was early on, he had a slight blip, and then he had the struggles in Baltimore. But other than that, I mean, I've very rarely seen so many hitters go up there and just come up empty with air. It's really the only time Oakland had any chance against him was when he was putting a guy on with a walk. So it was I saw somebody say, and I don't know if it's even appropriate to say, but that making Jed Lowry pinch hit there was elder abuse, which maybe a little dicey to say that, but yeah, it's not fair to have a guy in his mid to late 30s come off the bench cold and face him. Duran has been just filthy this year.
I think what we've seen, he's working through usage development. Sometimes it feels like he's throwing the wrong pitch in the wrong count. Goes to the splinker a lot. And if you look at, I know it's a small sample, but his splinker is getting beat up quite a bit overall on the season. So adjustments, he's his first time in the bullpen. He's figuring it out, but it's so nice he can just rely on that 102, 103 at the top of the zone and get those swings and misses. Unfortunately, we have to talk about Byron Buxton leaving this game early. Have we heard anything here, Brandon? I'm not up to date. Any word on Buxton? What did you see there?
Yeah, nothing yet, and it was obviously concerning when in a 1-0 game, Gilberto Celestino comes in and plays a big role offensively. I mean, he made an out, but if Byron Buxton could go, you're not taking him out there. So, excuse me, tough spot to see and Royce Lewis get picked off. Nothing that I've heard yet. Obviously, they're doing post-game stuff as we're speaking. Hopefully, something not terribly serious. But I had a friend reach out during the game, and he said he doesn't think Buxton has been right since Boston, and that's probably fair to say, which, I mean, he slid into second base and slammed his hand on the ground. There was obviously something wrong with his wheel. Hopefully, again, like we say, and what it feels like we say a lot is hopefully it's just day-to-day or a one-off thing. But I don't like the thought that he comes out of a 1-0 game with his spot coming up in the order. That's dicey.
We're going to preview game 3. Twins are set up for a series sweep. Going to tell you why. First, betonline.net is your number one source for all your betting stats and sports info. It's Kentucky Derby Day. If you still have time, get your bets in. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends in action. BetOnline is where the game starts. Brandon, tomorrow, Dalton Jeffries starting for the A's. He's thrown 41 in the third, ERA over 5 in his big league career, 14% strikeout rate. Fastball at 92, doesn't have that slider Caprellian had today. 4-5 pitch mix, nothing that jumps off the page. And then Chris Paddock's going for the Twins. So I think this is the most lopsided matchup of the weekend tomorrow, which sets up nicely for a series sweep, I think.
Yeah, and at the same time, too, anytime you think you've got baseball figured out, you pull the rug out from under you. But yeah, I like what I've seen from Chris Paddock so far. Again. We're going to watch the development of that third pitch. But the command is good, and so far so good with him, whether it's his work with Wes Johnson or getting out from San Diego, which hasn't developed very many pitchers, because I don't think it's accidental that if you look at San Diego's rotation, it's almost exclusively guys they brought in. So what I've seen with Paddock, Jeffries, everything you say is true as far as not being a real asset and probably getting more of a chance than he would otherwise, just because Oakland is 7 games under 500 right now and not looking to contend. So yeah, if you take care of business, it's a sweep. It's 8 games over 500, and you're rolling. And we'll see. Maybe Correa's back. Maybe he sits out another one. A lot of things we don't know yet, but I'm enthused about a potential for a Mother's Day sweep.
Monday is an off day, and so you wonder if Correa will then return Tuesday against Houston as Oakland Target Field. But Correa and Buxton have been banged up quite a bit here in the early going now, collectively, and that's why it was so great today to see Jorge Polanco, the Twins' third best hitter, presumably, come through and have the day he did. How important is Polo to this offense, Brandon, and how nice was it to see him get going?
Yeah, I mean, given everything we don't know right now, which is when will Correa come back, what's up with Buxton, that's huge. And Kepler hitting better of late helps, and that's the depth I wrote about on Friday, but also just having these guys in place who have done it before, like Polanco making the All-Star team and starting at shortstop is depth that a lot of teams can't boast behind their studs. So, it's the Twins are not equipped to weather the storm with Buxton like they are with Correa, but they're equipped to handle May a little bit shorthanded. They got to get these guys up right, though, as the schedule ramps up in June. So, you hope for the best right now, and I guess we just got to see what happens.
Royce Lewis double off the wall opposite field today against a tough lefty in the late innings and AJ Puck. We'll continue to talk about this, but let's just update after a couple games. What are the odds that Royce Lewis remains a Twin even when Correa returns, hopefully Tuesday?
Yeah, we saw the duality of man there with him getting picked off second base, and all the more reason not to bunt, right? But he looks comfortable in his own skin. Defensively, he's been, I think, everything you or I could have asked for. The first couple plays he made yesterday were especially good. So yeah, it's cool to see his enthusiasm. It's cool to see his family there. I have a pretty good relationship with his mom, Cindy, again, thanks to Humility Chains. But yeah, I hope that if things go well, he can slide in at third. Who knows if they send Miranda out, excuse me, because he's obviously not playing all that well. And Arise comes back and plays first, that does give you the opportunity for some more games at third base to put him over there. So at this point, it's still too early to say, but I would hope it's something like 50-50.
Twins 17-11, again, 10-4 at Target Field. They win this series with the A's, and they'll go for a sweep tomorrow. Brandon, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Locked On Sports Minnesota. Check out Access Twins, and join us tomorrow. Brandon, thank you.